is that he's got a great necklace that he wears that I love. That's an elite necklace. Other than that, that guy's arm is about as elite as Tim Tebow's. Hey, he's a glorified Tim Tebow. Without the penis snipping, because that's what the guy does in the Philippines with his family. I don't know. Don't ask me. Holy shit. All right. Look at what I did today. Because today is a football Friday. I want to show you something before I bring Zander Krause on. See this? I usually put like a question, a couple like hit notes. I wrote nothing down today. You know why? After listening to that show this morning and all the Eagle love, holy shit, man. I was waiting for the banners and the pom-poms to come out with him and John this morning. And Xander indicted his own quarterback this morning. He goes, maybe this is a game for Goddard. Why? Because your quarterback lost Devontae and you got to go to somewhere else because he can't figure it out? All right. I've taken a shit on him enough. Without further ado, the co-host of Birds 365, and do not forget, Sunday, pre, halftime, and post, he is the guy that pulls us around the table and gets us all together without John and I calling each other motherfuckers. He's the guy that does that. He is our friend, the man who bobs and weaves through all the dirt and everything going on in the Philly media. Him and his dad are the Floyd Mayweathers of sports talk in Philly. Big C, Zander Krause.
What's up, Big Sales? Football Friday, baby.
Look at this guy here. See this guy right here? This guy is Floyd Mayweather. And you know what these guys are doing, these Krauses right now? They're walking out of the ring with the trophy in their hand.
We're not yet. We got the we're still in the pre-fight build-up right now, so I will refrain from much commentary. Okay. But I will tease everybody with, I cannot wait, for those who are aware of everything that goes on, I cannot wait to share everything with everybody, because one of these days I'm going to be in a complete open book about everything. And many of the people don't want that. And I will be a complete open book. But for the sake of where we are at the process right now, I will refrain from commentary other than that. You know, I don't know who saw yesterday what happened with JAKIB. And we had a court case with Mike Missinelli, a former contractor, not an employee, for those who think that he was an employee, a former contractor with JAKIB. And he, verbally and attempted to physically assault the founder of JAKIB, Joe Krauss. So an interesting day nonetheless yesterday. What do they say, Big? What's the old saying? Complicated business, Big Sills. Complicated business.
Like I said, these are all the guys in our business that were the guys that got smeared in those dodgeball games where you just threw a ball in their face and was the last guy picked on a pickup game.
Yeah.
That's who these guys are and what they do.
But like I said, I will tell the full story. I will take questions. I will answer every question that somebody has when that time comes on all of these events. So I'm looking forward to doing that, but can't do that today, man. Can't do that today.
Hey, one last thing on that. Hey, Mike, keep my name out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah, you might want to say that again, man.
I mean, I don't know what
fucking
that
dude's a stifler.
Dude.
All right, good stuff, man. Look, and by the way, I did double check. There was one game I thought you got wrong for sure. You did pick the Jags game. I thought you picked the Jags for some reason.
No, I think it's the Atlanta one I got wrong.
You picked the Eagles for sure. I got to go and double check the record. I'm thinking you're a little bit worse.
No. I'm either 6-4 or 5-5.
Big Z's 9-1.
Okay. Congratulations
to it's easy. I'm picking the Eagles.
Once again, 9-1 a year ago, 8-2 now. Oh, I mean, fuck. Guess what? We're going to go down that road again. We're going to go down off the cliff again here. How you doing? Hey, by the way, so you indicted your quarterback today.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Sileo thinks you indict your quarterback by saying it's a Dallas Goddard game with no Devontae Smith.
All the talent around him.
What's that?
Your quarterback doesn't utilize all the talent around him. The only reason that you said, hey, do you think this is more of a Goddard game is because Devontae is probably not going to be available. Instead of going like this, hey, do you think they're going to spread the ball around?
I don't agree with that sentiment at all.
Really?
there's a basic order of operations, a number 2 and a number 3. Number 2 is going to get more targets than the number 3. When the number 3 becomes the number 2, there's a chance he has a bigger game.
Here is what usually good quarterbacks in the NFL do. Whoever's fucking open gets the ball, not priority 1, priority 2, priority 3. That's what good quarterbacks do.
You know, with all due respect, this is where I think you're right. I mean, I don't think it's a problem to say that about Jay. Like, there was a clip floating around today of Colt McCoy, right? I don't know who he is, some former NFL quarterback. He sucked. All right, great. He sucked.
Very, very average to below.
What's that?
Very, very average.
Yeah, he sucked. All right, but there's a clip going around of him, and he's talking about Jalen Hurts doesn't do anything special. And I'll disagree with that sentiment that he doesn't do anything special. But everybody's attacking him on Eagles Twitter. It's like, Colt McCoy sucked in the league. I'm like, I don't care what Colt McCoy did in the league. I care about what he's saying, and he's not entirely wrong. You look at this passing offense. You look at where they're ranked. You look at the guys on the team. You look at the receivers, the running back, the tight end, the offensive line. It's fair to say, especially as an Eagle fan. I mean, shit, I think Eagle fans should be saying it more. It's fair to say, well, we're underperforming a little bit in that area. And that's on Jalen Hurts, and he's got to be better in that area. It's okay to say that. It should be at least okay to say that.
Yeah,
I think where I don't agree is that he's a complete stiff. I think the dude's a special talent. He's a human highlight reel at times. He puts the team on his back. He's a great leader. He's a winner. He wins a lot more than he loses at every level he's ever played. But you're always going to have a certain gripes with him, and I think the passing game is the one fair one right now.
I'll say this. For McCoy to say that he doesn't do anything special, you're not watching the game because he doesn't.
Agreed. That's what I said. He doesn't watch the game like we watch the game. We watch every snap.
But to say that guy has been the benefit of Bama and Philly, I'll tell you what that means. That guy's never been on a shitty team in his entire life. And the time he was on a great team, he got demoted because of some of the inefficiencies that he still shows today. I mean, big candid, Xander. You got demoted and you were the Southeastern Conference Player of the Year and you've only lost 2 games? How's that possible? You got replaced by a guy who was a freshman in the building. They were demoted. He was a freshman that year.
He was a freshman. Yes, he was.
You got demoted by a kid who was at some high school in Hawaii.
Yeah, but come on, man. I'm not going to – look, that was the nature of who he was as a player at that time. And by the way, the game circumstance there was that Georgia had a tremendous defense. We were not winning that. If Nick Saban didn't bench Jalen Hurts in that game, we were not national champions that year. So it was the right move. But it was a different time. I mean, look, I'm not going to use 2017 or 2018, whatever it was, to criticize Jalen Hurts.
But it still shows some of the efficiencies he has. He's up and down in the passing game.
And it's always been a process for him. And I think he's gotten better at it every single year. And this is the one year I think, it's taken him a little longer than I think we'd like for it to see, because I think we all had expectations with Kellen Moore that it was going to be this passing team. We're still not a passing team. In fact, we're far from a passing team. We're well into the bottom half of the league when it comes to passing the football. Now, we've also been ahead a lot in the last 6 weeks. So we haven't had a pass like we would if we were behind. So we still got to say that, and we'll see what he's able to do. I think this week's going to be a good test. By the way, I missed your score. What was the score you gave?
28-21 Rams.
28-21 Rams. All right.
You know what? Let me ask you this, and I'll get your prediction. And with all the Super Chats, by the way, we'll read all the Super Chats at the end. I promise you guys have been sensational. Please hit the like button. Xander, do you think setting the protection for the first time has been more of a challenge for Jalen, identifying where the blitz is coming, than what is being underplayed? That has taken more time and him holding the ball in the pocket more on something that he hasn't done in 5 years since he's been in Philly. I mean, could that be one of the reasons that this thing's coming along slow? Look, I'm not trying to make excuses, but I don't think that that's out of the question, that this guy is learning how to set protections and audible, find the open guy, try to read progression reading.
Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff he's doing this year. You're not wrong. I mean, I think that's definitely a part of it, and I don't have a problem with that taking time. This is where me and you differ.
I'm going to tell you where I do it.
I have a
I have a
problem.
problem with it.
I have a problem with where he is right now, which is where we agree. Where we differ is that I think he can get better at this, and I think he's going to get better at this. And it is the first year. Look, you bring up a good point. It's the first year he's done all this crap. I mean, he had Kelsey taken on. Nick Foles has famously said that I wouldn't have been successful without Jason Kelsey because I needed him to do what he did at the line of scrimmage in order for me to be a good quarterback. Right. So Jalen Hurts is, he's taken more of that on this year. And what I will say is, dude, there's no excuse. Like, this is where I don't get Eagle fans who aren't able to look at this objectively and say, guys, we have AJ Brown, we have Devontae Smith, we have Dallas Goedert, we have Saquon Barkley, we have a top 5 offensive line. Like, this is a dream team. This is a dream offense for quarterbacks. This is a dream offense. So it's not bad to want him to be great because that means you're going to get the most out of the team. If you don't get the most out of the team, we're going to look back at the year 2024 in the future and say, damn, we wasted that talent.
Not just 2024. You're going to look at it 2022, 3, and 4 that you passed.
Well, 22, I don't look at it as a failure at all. You lose at the end of the year, and I mean, come on. It's tough. It's a tough loss, but to say that
all 3 years you don't win a Super Bowl in that 3 years.
No, I get it, but I'm not going to say 22 is a massive.
You ripped McNabb for 5 years.
Nah, 22 wasn't a failure. Come on, Sills.
Okay, well then shit, you got to give McNabb credit for getting his team to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess you're right. If you get to the end of it and you never won one, then you start to look at that 22 year and say that was our shot, and you let that go. But
here, this is why I have a problem with what it is right now, because I have a problem organizationally again, which goes back to this. Okay, so if he's doing all these new things here, my God, one of the greatest disruptive things that will happen is if somehow Kellen moves on and you got to go on to another coordinator here. Now you have to take 3 steps backwards again.
Kellen's not going anywhere. Where's Kellen going?
If they get to the Super Bowl, dude, he's going to become a head coach
somewhere.
No,
he's not.
Really? So let me tell you this. Matt Nagy had 2 shots to become a head coach. Okay? Matt Nagy is not Kellen Moore. I don't think Matt Nagy.
I don't think Kellen Moore's done enough.
Nagy's been a coach.
No, listen, dude, relax. I think it's going to take another year for Kellen to get the head coaching gig. I don't think he's been good enough. The offense hasn't been good enough this year. For him to get that job in 1 year. Look at Shane Steichen. It took him 2 years.
Nathaniel Hackett got one.
Yeah, but how long was Nathaniel Hackett a good coordinator with Rodgers? Not 1 year, bro. Not 1 year. He's on his 3rd team in 3 years right now.
Dave Canales was 1 year in Tampa.
Yeah, maybe. He's that, yeah, but he's got that. He's got, he was the
David Tepper guy. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm taking that job.
Everybody loves the new names, and Kellen, to his point, he's young. He's like a young guy, but he's not a new name anymore. He's been around now. People know who he is as a coordinator. So I don't think Kellen's going anywhere. I'm just saying that honestly. I don't think he's going anywhere this year. I mean, we could win the Super Bowl. I don't think he's going to be gone.
Well, we'll see. Okay. How about this?
There's some good coaches in the cycle this year.
Yes.
And how many openings do you think there's going to be?
Here, I wrote it down.
Probably at least 5.
5? You freaking nuts. Watch this. Here's what I wrote down on the openings.
Jets, you got the Jags, probably. You got
here.
Panthers, I don't think they're going to fire that guy yet.
Where the heck is that?
The Bears, that's
here's what I got. I got the Jets will be an open job. The New Orleans Saints have an open. Dallas will be open.
True.
The Giants will be open.
Yep. I don't know. Apparently, they're going to keep him. We'll see what they do, but that's what the owner said. What's that?
The Raiders will be open. I think they're going to fire Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, well, he's been terrible.
After Cleveland, you know what, man? Would you fire Kevin Stefanski, 2-time NFL Coach of the Year?
I don't think he can do that.
Deshaun Watson deal's not his. That was Jimmy Haslam's deal.
Yeah, but at what point? I mean, at what point does the chicken come home? You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, they paid everybody. They don't have a bad roster, Cleveland. When you look at Cleveland's roster, it's not bad. Now they're a little weak in the skill position department. They don't have great receivers or anything there, but their defense is stacked, man.
I think Chicago's going to have an opening. I think they're going to fire Matt Eberflus.
That's a guarantee. That dude is. He might be the worst coach in the league. Eberflus.
If Kyle Shanahan doesn't make the playoffs, what do you do in San Francisco? Do you bring him back?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not personally. I'm not firing Kyle Shanahan, but I stay up to date a little bit with the 49ers just because I like their media. I mean, I like looking at their I like looking at the takes from their team, but they all want him gone. I don't know why you would move on from him, but
How about Cincinnati with Zach Taylor?
You know what Kyle Shanahan strikes me as? Early Andy Reid.
Yeah.
He sucks at managing the game right now. Great play caller. He's got a good offensive mind.
And he works well with John Lynch.
I think the difference between Shanahan and Andy is that Shanahan is stubborn as hell. Too stubborn. Andy is open and receptive, at least seemingly from the outside, to new information, to new styles, to new quarterbacks, to new all these things. Shanahan's like, this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing, and anything else is wrong.
This is going to sound crazy. I think Andy Reid's losing those tight games in Philly helped him develop Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, and I think Kyle Shanahan has to lose more. And what I mean by that is this guy's so set in his ways, like you said. You know what causes you to change? Failure.
Yeah.
Okay? Failure. Big game failure, too. Andy Reid was a big – will we not agree this with Andy Reid? Hey, you want to hear a stat on Reid this weekend? If Reid wins this weekend, and he should win this weekend, it'll be the 19th time that he's won 10 games in his coaching career. The 19th time that he's won 10 or more ball games.
Who's that, Andy Reid?
Andy Reid. You're talking about over 200 wins, man.
Did you see it? Now, apparently, I don't know if this was true. I saw somewhere yesterday that it leaked out. He signed a 5-year extension in the offseason.
Yeah,
and I didn't see that reported anywhere.
You know what they're paying him now? They're paying him $21 million.
I saw that. 5 years, $100 million. I saw.
Yeah. Hey, how about this? Don't you agree that Andy Reid was a big game failure in Philly?
And early in his career, he was. Yes, he was.
Okay. That's what helps him be more patient with that guy.
Right.
In Kansas City.
Hasn't Shanahan kind of had a lot of failures now?
He's starting to pile up.
Eventually you got to learn. I mean,
that guy had 6 years of failure, and he had 14 years of it in Philly.
Yeah, that's true. That's a mistake. I mean, that's why I wouldn't move on from him.
He's a different guy today than he was in Philly.
Yeah, but I think sometimes both sides benefit from a fresh start. I'm not saying that's the case in San Francisco. Like, I'm not sure I could say Andy would have turned into what he is here.
Let me say this to you. Do you think Patrick Mahomes would have the same success with Kyle Shanahan?
No.
I don't either.
No. Nope. No.
Because he's too set in his ways.
Patrick and Andy are a literal match made in heaven because both of them are, in a way, off script, and they'll do things that are unconventional. They'll do things a different type of way, and it's like Patrick Mahomes. It's the way he plays the quarterback position. He'll throw sidearm. He'll throw on the run. He'll throw behind the back. He does all these crazy things. Andy, in a similar kind of way, that's how he coaches offense. He doesn't rule anything out. He is very receptive to all new ideas and stuff. And
the coaching style for Reid and Mahomes, like you said, is off script. You know where else that applied? In New England with Belichick and Brady. You had a defensive-minded guru and a young kid who was an absorbing sponge who knew how to process information. And again, Xander, it's not about having the right coordinator. It's about having the right mix on what you said, off script guys.
Right.
You're trying to find, how many times have you seen, you line a coordinator up with a quarterback and you go, God, I thought that would work. Like you thought Nathaniel Hackett and Rodgers would work in New York, but it failed in New York.
What a bust. Aaron Rodgers let me down. I thought they were going to be okay this year.
Me too. I'll tell you this.
Watson, you were correct, my friend. Take your flowers on that. He told me that the Jets were going to.
Sean, we're going to read all the super chats at the end, I promise. Please hit the like button. Let me ask you this one here. The loss of Devontae Smith this Sunday means what?
Well, it means you got to work in. You got to spread the ball around. You got to get your lesser target. You got to get Jahan Dotson more involved.
Spread the what around? Dude, that guy can barely spread butter on a pancake. And you're telling me he's going to spread the ball around Sunday? Come on, man.
Why are you
so out?
on
Wait.
on thinking that Jalen Hurts can do anything different than what you've seen in an 8-game sample size.
I am not. I don't see anything in the passing game that makes me feel comfortable that he's a good one. I think he
Nothing.
makes occasional plays that are great, and I think he makes occasional bonehead plays, and that's not good enough to win Super Bowls. That's just not.
I don't.
I think his swings are too high.
See, this is where I think you're wrong, dude. First 4 weeks, you're right. 7 turnovers, you're never winning with that. Last 6 games, 6-0, he's got 2 turnovers in 6 games.
Yeah,
that's why you're. I agree. Sacks are drives killers. I'm with you on that.
Only reason
it puts your offense way behind the sticks. But
the only reason, though, that the limited turnovers and no turnovers, besides the 2 in Dallas, is because he threw the ball 14 times one time.
Yeah, but who cares?
My point is, you're going to need a passing game Sunday. If that team gets a 14-point lead on you, you're not going to run the ball.
Look, you're not wrong. If we get into a game where we're way behind, yeah, I think you might be right. But
you have the worst first quarter offense in pro football.
Yeah, we do. But actually, I think the Rams is down there too. They're just pretty bad early in games, apparently, too.
The Rams issues are more injury related.
They were early in the year.
4-1 over the last 5.
Yeah. I don't know. I just have a hard time. I mean,
boy, you really give this guy more credit in the passing game.
I'm 26. I'm 20. Are you telling me that the way I do what I do now will never change? That's a foolish comment. I believe it's the same with Jalen Hurts.
You think he's improved from a year ago as a passer?
We've already went over this.
Do you think he's improved since 22 as a passer?
Probably not.
Well, now that's 2 years removed. Is he going to get any better? And when you take Devontae out of the starting lineup, I'm sure that helps.
Well, he's gotten better in areas, okay? This is where he's gotten better. This year he's gotten better against the blitz. His deep ball is good. I know I'm with you where it doesn't mean that much. Who cares that you have a good deep ball? But I'm saying he has improved in that area. And, I think he's learning the process right now of what it means to be a quarterback at the line of scrimmage. Get your team to the right plays, read the defense, pick up pre-snap reads, send guys in motion, do all those things that he does, call hot routes, all those things. I don't think Jalen's ever done that before. So with that, when that acclimates, when he gets better at those things, what's it going to look like? Remember, being a quarterback is a game of centimeters, millimeters, literally. So if you don't have a spot on locked in on how you're going to read a defense when you go up to the line of scrimmage or what play you want to get in, if there's any inch of hesitancy in that, it's going to make you look like a dumbass like he does when he holds the ball for 6 seconds. If he gets better at those things, I think it will all start clicking. Exactly, Yale. Timing. It'll all start clicking, I think. I don't think let me tell you this. When I watched Jalen at Alabama, and now this is a long time ago, when I watched Jalen at Alabama, I questioned whether he could make any throw, let alone the throw. Any throw. When I watch him now, I don't question him about making throw. I think he can make every throw.
I don't think across the middle he can.
It's the process of getting there and making that throw, getting to the right read, picking up the blitz on time, figuring out what the defense is in. I think Jalen will get there. I really do. Now, he's got to do it this year. He's got to do it this year.
I think he overcompensates for his deficiencies, and I'll tell you what you just said.
No,
he's gotten better against the blitz, and he takes more sacks.
No, he doesn't. Actually,
he's 7th in the league in sacks.
Yeah, he's got 28 sacks this year. He had 36 total last year.
So wait a minute. He sees the blitzes now, but he's taking more sacks this year. I'm not sure that I'm getting at. Sounds like the same issues to me. How, if you know where the blitz is coming from, but you're taking more sacks now, is he smarter because he's not throwing it up for grabs, so he's not having the turnovers and he's taking the minus yardage? That's why I disagree with Marcus. When you take sacks and you have minus yardage and you take your team out of field goal position and scoring opportunities, to me, that's like a fucking turnover, dude. Yeah. I mean, I disagree with that. So
yeah, but that you're acting like that happens 4 times a game.
Jalen Hurts has gotten better at reading blitzes, but he's higher in sacks taken against this year. I'm not sure I see where the improvement is on that.
I hear what you're saying.
If you're taking more sacks How are you picking up blitzes better?
Well, because his passer rating's better, his completion percentage is better. When he gets the ball out, it looks good.
And
There's moments, yeah. But still, do you
good and
not put any
bad.
of that into the learning curve of what he's taken on this year?
Jesus Christ, we're half a decade in now.
Dude, it's a new coordinator. It's the first time he's taken play calling at the line of scrimmage.
Let me give you a Xander, folks. Well, that's the process in Philly, because that's the way they do business. Well, we're 5 years into this thing now.
I don't know. I just don't agree that we're going to sit here and indict the guy, that he's never going to get better. The guy is a proven
He hasn't gotten
winner.
better in the passing game in 2 years.
We've never had a more winning quarterback in the city of Philly. Ever.
Thank God for the run game.
Whatever's the reason for the winning. I'm not going to sit here and jump ship on the guy that's made us the most winning team and say at 26, he's a pile of garbage and we should throw him the fuck out.
Never said
he's going to get better.
He never said he's a pile of garbage. I never said
you're insinuating
that.
it.
No, I'm insinuating he'll never win. Here's my problem with Hurts. Do you think that guy could put 5 great games consistently together against? Wait, you don't need 5.
Yes, I do. I've seen him do it.
Lately? You've seen him put 3 games together against 3 quality teams that you're going to have to be balanced in the pass and running attack in the postseason for you to win. I haven't seen that.
Well, since you're like the most obsessed person with 2023 in the world, we could go back to that season and look at the 3-game stretch there where he beat the Cowboys, who obviously had 12 wins last year, the Chiefs and the Bills.
Okay.
That's a 3-game stretch. Jalen was effective and good in all of those games.
Okay. And then now take me after, and let's go from the time when they started losing to the time where they are right now.
Silio's
3 games.
Silio's favorite period of time to use.
Let's do this. Since they caught up with this guy, and this guy hasn't been able to evolve.
Oh, now the collapse
as a passer in this
league. That collapse wasn't all on Jalen.
Let's take a look at this here. Let's see if he's played 3 games in a row since the time when they started having their fucking nuclear meltdowns. And you're trying to tell me that this guy here has played consistent football against 3 good quality football teams. Let's see here. Schedule here. And I'll pick him out. Maybe he has. I don't know this. I'm doing this off my shit here. Since the nuclear meltdown, here we go.
You're not impressed. There's not one part of Jalen's game this season that impresses you. Say one thing. Anything. It can be anything. I'm thinking of a new segment idea, everybody, that we got to do once a week on the show.
Okay,
all right, tell me what you all think. So, Sileo hates somebody programming.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to ask the chat for some opinions.
Watch this. Since we
I've been thinking of a segment idea.
Eat a dick.
30 minutes a week. 30. You got 4 hours a day. It's 20-hour show a week. 30 minutes a week. 30 minutes a week. Sileo can't be negative on the.
Wait.
He can only say things that he's
running good,
positive about. That's it. 30 minutes a week.
He's running well this year. Let's see. San Francisco. I'm trying to pick out 3 games since the meltdown. 49ers, Cowboys, Seahawks. Okay, well, they've lost. Giants game. Giants were turds. Cardinals were turds last year. So last year he didn't put, after the meltdown, he didn't play one quality stretch of football games last year whatsoever. Not one towards the stretch and into the playoffs. He did play one stretch where he had 3 good games against 3 quality teams. Now let's take a look at 2024 against quality teams.
He's
by the way
winning by what
you really haven't played quality teams in any kind of stretch whatsoever.
I watched an 8-2 team lose to a 2-8 team last night.
Let's see here. Here we go. So let's see. Green Bay, okay, great. Atlanta, good. New Orleans is a stiff. So let's see. Did he play good in Green Bay? There were a bunch of turnovers in that game. Did he play good in Atlanta? No. So that's not a stretch. Let's see. Cleveland, New York, Cincinnati. That's not a stretch. Those aren't winning teams. Jacksonville, Dallas. That's not winning teams. Washington won. He hasn't played a 3-game stretch, like I said, in over a year and a half. And you're making it sound like this guy's put back-to-back games against quality teams, and he hasn't.
I never said that. I said he's got.
Oh.
I just prefaced this entire segment with saying we have to be able to look at our quarterback and be able to want more. I think that's fair, but it's also you also got to look at what he does well. Jalen is a very competent young man. He's a good quarterback. He's a great leader of a franchise. He wins a lot of football games. He adds a +1 to the running game. You think Saquon Barkley would run this good with other teams?
What? Barkley is if Barkley's a product of the fucking roster, don't you think your quarterback
Barkley's a product of Jalen Hurts.
He is not.
Yes.
Wait a minute. You think Hurts' passing game is benefiting fucking him?
No, Hurts' running game is.
Running ability is helping.
Hurts' running game is helping him.
Correct. The running game, not his passing game.
Running game specifically.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay, good.
Way to improve something that's been great for 14 years in Philly. So what's the things you said? How about this? Let's do this. What's the qualities that Jalen Hurts as an athlete and player, not that winning stuff, and I'm talking about his skill set.
Well, winning matters.
It does. What does his skill set bring to the Eagle huddle that is impressive to you?
Jalen does a ton of stuff that's impressive.
Okay, what's impressive?
Well, he's one of the best athletes in the world, clearly.
Okay, athletes in the world. Welcome to the NFL, but go ahead.
I mean, yeah, you're looking for me to tell. Look, you sound like Colt McCoy, who, if it's not allowing you as a conventional quarterback, it's not acceptable.
Like Mike Missinelli. Don't call me Colt McCoy.
You're not. I'll never degrade you to that level. I'll never put you down at that level.
What's this? He went to the low-hanging fruit. He's a great athlete. Really, fucking welcome to the NFL. Tell me exactly. Oh, he squats 600 pounds. Okay. Give me quality that you think he has as a skill set player that he brings to the huddle.
Well, he's not a skill set guy. I mean, he's not a guy that you look at and quantify on skills alone. Never has been.
Oh,
that's a Justin Herbert.
Is there one redeeming thing he does as a player, as a skill?
Well, he's clearly a competent enough passer to play quarterback in the NFL.
What?
Passer, yes.
Okay, well, I can name 50 guys.
You think anybody can just throw up and throw for 3,700 yards in the NFL?
Yeah.
No, you can't. That's a crazy take.
If Baker Mayfield can do it, he can.
Okay? Baker Mayfield's good.
If Baker Mayfield can throw for $4,000, your boy can't.
This motherfucker's backing me in the corners right now. All he wants, but yeah, he's not the guy that has the biggest arm or the most accurate arm in the world. Or what? You know, you're putting me in a corner. There you go, Jay Brown. He scores touchdowns.
Okay, that's a good passing yards. Let me take
Fred
a look.
Says he's relentless.
He's relentless. Okay, I'm talking about a skill set, not a mindset. Okay, try to here.
Okay, what would you say?
Wait a minute, Sam Darnold. Okay. Hold on here. Fucking Sam Darnold. Let me see what this guy's going to do this year.
All right, Sean, thanks for helping me out. Because Stills put me on the spot and I froze up like a freaking snowman.
You did not.
Xander, let me help your ass. Hurts is mobile. He has a decent arm and he's tough as nails and is usually available for his team. There you go.
That's not a skill set. Being healthy, that's not a skill set.
Like he says, I folded.
It's not athletic. Wait a minute. I'm healthy. I'm there all the time. That's not a skill set. Hold on here. Wait, this is better here. So Sam Darnold this year is going to throw for 4,100 yards and 32 touchdowns and 10 picks.
It's the Colt McCoy logic.
Get this. Wait a minute.
If you're not a conventional quarterback, you don't get any credit. It's bullshit.
Do you think anybody can throw for 3,700 yards? Yeah, I do.
Flex, thanks for always being honest with me, man. I appreciate you. Flex says Sean didn't help Zay.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh,
you gotta get. Hey, tell me one more time, just
Colt
so
Sileo.
I know. What's the one thing he does, you say, that's like really a great skilled thing he does? He runs.
Really?
He scores touchdowns. I'll take that.
Yeah, I think he throws fine. I don't think his throwing's a problem at all. Got good arm strength, good deep ball. Right to the hash marks.
Good deep ball.
AJ Brown, 2 straight years.
I laugh. Doesn't Chandler throw a great
If
deep
Jalen
ball?
sucks so bad at passing, how does A.J. Brown have 2 years of 1,500 yards?
I don't know. Because they target. I know why. He's third in targets.
Oh.
They target him, and they're become predictable. Because it's like you said today, this morning. You go like this. Hey, when Devontae's not out there, fucking, hey, who gets all the targets? This guy gets this all the time on the sidelines. You're watching.
Eagle fans, I'm sorry. Silio's got me on the ropes. This chess match is over. Checkmate. Checkmate.
Here's A.J. Brown on the sidelines. He's tapping him on the helmet. Hey, man, I'm open. You need to get that ball over to me. Okay. Shit. Don't forget Goddard. Oh, fuck him. Hurts moves the chains. All right. That's another. That's a good one.
Jalen Hurts is just the biggest stiff in the planet.
I didn't say that. He scores.
Well, that's what you're implying. You're implying that.
Look, that's the Joe. Hey, he moves the chains, and he scores TDs. Okay. What else does he bring?
Well, what more do you need?
Okay. I need more to win Super Bowls.
Okay. Well, Aaron Rodgers has all the talent that you're talking about. He got one of them.
Okay. Well, it's hard to win those things. Ask Peyton Manning.
Jalen was pretty damn close.
So was Challenger from taking off and making it to the moon.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Sileo just deflated me on a Friday afternoon.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell he does well.
Smitty's been ruled out for Sunday. Thank you, Prince.
Oh, that'll help. 21 Rams. Oh, my God. This is really fun. Hey, man.
Oh, I'm happy you're having fun. I'm not having This is not my favorite of our segments.
Hold on for a minute here. Is Goddard still in, or did he fall off the did he fall off the train table and hurt his leg or something? Is he gonna hopefully he's playing?
Look at David Cleary. Thanks, David. You think I'm not aware of this shit? He said, why do you fight him about Jalen's passing? This dude is eating you up, Xander, getting you frustrated. I'm not frustrated.
Listen.
Because he knows what gets people mad.
Hey, David,
believe me. David. Captain Obvious.
Xander's had a real long day.
Yeah, you're
he said other things on his mind. He might not be as focused as normal when
you're
battles.
Taking advantage of that, which I can only commend you for.
I'm not gonna lie. I got a guy who's wounded and I'm all over him.
Yeah. Down in the foxhole. Who do you want with you in the foxhole? The guy who puts takes the gun and shoots you in the back of the head, puts you out of your misery, or the guy that gives you the care package and revives you?
All right, tell me what you see this weekend, man. Give me your take, and then we'll get.
I think Eagles win this game. I think they out-talent this team. I don't think the Rams have it yet. I mean, look, I think they're a good team. I think they're a competent team. I think they have good players. I don't think they're a full team yet like we are. I don't think they have the full thing.
Because of defense, right?
I think at the end, yeah, definitely because of the defense. And their offensive line is a little bit suspect. I know Kyron Williams, you spoke highly of him. He's been meh this year. Really hasn't been great. 3.9 yards a carry. He's been okay. Now, I think some of that
yards?
Huh?
He's on pace for 1,300 yards and 14 TDs. You think that's bad?
Miles Sanders had that too. I mean, it doesn't wow me that much.
Okay. All right.
What's the score? We win the game. I have 30-24 Birds. I think Eagles get a lot of close. Yeah, I think it could be closer than my score prediction, to be honest with you. I have a 6-point win, but I think the way the game plays out is I think the Rams are going to get points early. And then I think they're going to go into a lull zone. Like Vic Fangio is going to make some adjustments to him. And I think by that fourth quarter, I think that's when the Birds are going to take the lead. And then I don't think they'll give it back to him. But I do think, you have McVay, you got Stafford, you got Kupp, and you got Puka. I think they're going to come out. That first drive might look like the Bengals' first drive, where they come out and they go 12-13, come down the field and score a touchdown right away, just because they have the benefit of game planning. And then once Vic sees what they're trying to do, he'll take it away like he's done all year. So I have 30-24 Eagles winning, moving to 9-2 on the year.
If I'm the Rams, I'd take the ball if I win the toss.
Yeah, if I were the Rams, I'd probably do the same thing. But I'm not the Rams.
I think if the Eagles get a lead on them, that's is going to be catastrophic to the
what
Rams.
Makes you think the Eagles are going to get a lead on them? Eagles haven't gotten a lead on one freaking team this year. It's another real.
They're better off script. Quarterback is an all script player.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The script doesn't look very good though.
No, but when
they come out, they start throwing the ball. It's like, dude,
I know. You know what they're doing, which is, I think, is a coaching flaw? You're putting a script for a guy who's an off-script player. I mean, that's why that first 25 looks shitty, man. He's not a script. Stafford's a script player. Those kind of quarterbacks like that are script players. He's not. You know what I would do? I would run the same kind of offense Monken runs up in Baltimore. Let the quarterback go to the line of scrimmage and let him make those calls like Hurts did in 22. You know why Hurts was so effective in 22? The game plan was in his hands. Now the game plan's in coaching hands.
Yeah, but it was also effective.
That RPO like that,
read half the field.
Yeah, but when he made that RPO, it was on his call, whether to keep it, whether to throw it. That was all him.
Yeah, but it was in a way, it was an illusion, because if he chose to keep it, it was only going to half. You only had to read half the field. So it was like, we'll put it in your hands, but we're dumbing down what it is you'll be choosing.
To a Super Bowl.
Now it did. But the league, I think the league is caught up with that. I'm going to be honest. I mean, I don't think you could run that. I don't think we could just bring Shane Steichen back, run that same thing, and be like, okay, we're going back to the Super Bowl. I think the league is smarter than that. Where
you're right is Baltimore even knew that, and they had to.
Good to know. I got one thing right today.
They had to. By the way, all supers will be red.
This is a Jake Paul, Mike Tyson beatdown, except
but wait a minute. Mike Tyson wasn't allowed to throw uppercuts in that fight, so I don't know, man. He was limited in that thing. Did you hear that? He couldn't throw uppercuts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wasn't allowed
to throw. Was that a rule? That was stupid. I didn't even watch it because that was after the Thursday night game, so I just crashed.
Hey, he wasn't allowed to throw uppercuts in that thing.
Yeah,
Tyson, one of his best punches, uppercuts.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he couldn't throw the uppercut in that. All right.
I'm sorry to the people of JAKIB Nation that I've let down today, because you just you ruined our quarterback, and I basically had nothing to say for it.
We'll see. We'll see what he does Sunday. Let's see if this guy. We'll see if Tyson Hurts shows up on Sunday here. Hey, let me ask you this. So you think the matchup this weekend, before we get to the Supers, the matchup's going to be McVay and Stafford versus Vic. That's your game.
That's the game right there. Yeah. I mean, look, this defense, dude, because I understand what you say about Jalen and the limitations that could give a team. It's going to come down to the defense. If the defense plays like this, Sills, all year, we can cry. You could cry with the passing game all you want. We're just going to keep logging wins. We're going to keep logging wins because that defense is holding teams right now. I mean, look at
good quarterbacks. And good quarterbacks.
Yeah, look at what we gave up: 18 points to the Commanders, 6 to the Cowboys, which I'm not going to toot my horn at. It's 23 to the Jaguars, but wasn't there a turnover touchdown in that game? 17 to the Bengals, 3 to the Giants, 16 to the Browns. Bucks, we got shelled for 33. Saints had 12 points. Falcons had 22 points. Like, you're not looking at a defense that's given up a boatload of points. We're top of the league in what we give up in points. So I think that if the defense can keep doing this, man, we're going to be in a good spot.
I think the effort's been quality. I just don't think the opponent has. I mean,
That's
think
fair.
If you look at it, Green Bay, Cincinnati, I'll tell you what. I mean, I would give the Cleveland thing, but they didn't have Chubb, and Winston gave them an opportunity to win. So that was a different dynamic, but still a good defense with Myles Garrett on that side of the ball. And their secondary was really good last night against Pittsburgh. So I'm not off that win either. The Cincinnati one and the Washington one, I would say, were some takeaway games for me here. All right, let's get to the Supers, dude. We got a ton of them. By the way, we appreciate everybody bringing them in with us.
By the way, your pick for the game is shitty.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. 28. Wait a minute. Let me double check here because we have CTE here. So let's see here. 28-21. Rams, bitch. And shitty. By the way, Devontae being out, yeah, that'll help. That'll help Tyson Hurts.
Good. Go to Saquon.
Oh, that's right. He's got to go to Saquon now. And when everybody's healthy, hey, who's healthy?
Oh, wait, look at what Sileo does, right? He uses Saquon Barkley to take away from Jalen Hurts. But when you say Derrick Henry's helping out Lamar Jackson, my God, look at Lamar Jackson.
No, because Saquon's the engine, Hurts is the caboose. Okay? And in Baltimore,
the offensive line's the
engine is the caboose, and Lamar Jackson's the engine. There's a difference. Your boy's being pulled to the finish line. Your boy's being pulled to the finish line. Holy shit, like a dead carcass out of a lake.
Oh, fuck off with that. That's bullshit.
Let's get to these super chats.
Oh, that is complete BS.
Holy shit. Let's get to these.
If Danny Dimes was our quarterback, are we 8-2?
Hey, by the way, I'd like to see him on the I'd like to see him as a backup in
No, I don't. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Wait a minute, I see. So Barkley didn't benefit being on a good team like Philly, but Danny Dimes, who was on a shitty organization, wouldn't benefit being on a good team.
I hope he has a great. I hope he figures it out. I don't want you in Philly. Go figure it out somewhere else, dude.
Probably so. All right, let's do those supers, man.
Although Kenny Pickett sucks. I mean, we ain't. If that's why I say to you. I mean, you rag on Jalen Hurts all the time. If Jalen Hurts goes down, we're talking about a bum ass football team.
Nelson,
a bum ass football team.
Yeah, the kid from Passaic ain't getting it done.
No, is that where he's from?
I don't know. He's from Jersey.
Xander getting owned and killed today by Sills.
He's got shit on his mind. I'm gonna give him.
It's all right, Jack, because I was logging a lot of wins straight there. It's good to let the big guy get one.
Oh,
here, yeah. You gotta let him. You don't want to knock him
you
out
know
of the ring.
Hey, you know what the easiest win is? Bring up that Tyson Hurts guy, and that's an easy win.
Rent free. T-Bone, thank you, T-Bone. 2 days, man.
Awesome.
Thank you for your contributions, bro. Yep. Appreciate it a lot.
Hey, thank you, T.
He says Jalen doesn't read D well and follows play progression as designed. He also rarely looks 5 to 10 yards to midfield. Teams know and is why midfield is open. He prefers his high-risk long ball, take 5 all day or run. If Birds can pressure Stafford, Birds win. I think he's right about that, by the way.
Yep.
Jalen loves the underneath or the over the top, and he doesn't like the intermediate game, which is really where you got to where most quarterbacks butter their bread.
When you agree that Brady and Mahomes are intermediate passers, not deep 100%. Passers.
Oh, that's mostly what they are. Brady, forget the long ball. Brady was intermediate and dump off. And that was Brady.
What the big goof was, he was check down Charlie.
Yeah, he was. But he was, I mean, come on. We know he was better than that.
I got it.
Yeah. T-Bone, thanks, bro. Polska, what's up, my man? Thank you, man. Polska says, I can see Jalen Carter feasting in this game and seeing Q locking down those so-called receivers of the Rams. Eagles 30, Rams 20.
Yeah, and so let me get this right. So Mike Evans had almost 100 yards and the other guy had 70. And they had 2 good receivers, and you have lockdown corners, and people.
I'm not letting you gaslight me into telling me that our corners are not playing.
No, wait a minute. When you had a decent set of receivers, a really good set, and a quarterback who knew what he was doing, you didn't lock those guys down.
Well, we play zone, so we don't.
And they crush you.
Quignon, but if you put this super chat,
they crush you.
Johnny Mack would say Q's not locking shit down. He plays zone corner because playing his zone corner is not locking people down.
That's right. You're right.
Devin, I'm getting to you, brother. Don't worry. Devin,
you don't have lockdown corners.
No, we play zone. That's our defense. We play zone, but they're playing good in the zone. Absolutely. Devin Shanahan checks in. Appreciate you, Devin. He strives in RPO because it's one read. It's simple. Make it easier for him. He will succeed.
That's right. They run that shit at St. Joe's.
Devin, at what point do we want more than that, man? We can't have a quarterback that's one read.
Hey, Devin, that's why St. Joe's wins a ton of shit. They run that RPO over there, man. One read for the quarterback, and they win all them city championships. That's right.
Are you sending strays at the high school now?
No, I'm telling you right there, man.
State. Your dream playing for a high school program.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'm all right where I was.
Oh, yeah. Stanford. Yeah. Love Connecticut. Shitty Connecticut.
I have 3 NFL guys on my fucking team too, guy.
Yeah. We have plenty on St. Joe's Prep.
No, I had him at one time. How you doing?
We have ours at one time, too.
I played against Steve
Young. John
Young.
Runyon, DeAndre Swift, Olamide Zacchaeus. We're all on the same team.
I played Steve Young in high school, too.
Okay, cool. What do you want, a cookie?
No. You don't want to hear something? No, we never beat that team. Let's go ahead. We never beat Greenwich. Fuckers. We tied them once. Hated it.
You guys didn't even win state champ?
No, we won state championship. No, we couldn't beat this Greenwich team because they had every.
Well, if you couldn't beat Greenwich, then you weren't state champs.
No, we're class S. They were class. I think they were in a higher. Okay. They were 3A. They were 4A.
St. Joe's Prep, I think it's 5A.
Yeah, I think, but we played 5A teams.
Yeah, okay.
And we beat them. How you doing?
Big Sills.
I had 30 guys on my team. We'd walk
Whatever.
You know what they used to do to me? They used to throw fish at me.
Whatever lets you sleep easy at night. All right.
They would throw fish at me, and I'd turn around and go, "Fuck you," and we'd kill teams.
Whatever lets you sleep easy at night. Chris Scott checking in. What's up, Chris? How does Smitty and AJ Brown have over 1,000 yards receiving and over 80 catches apiece the last 2 seasons if Hurts relies on one guy? That's what a great question.
How can a quarterback like Carson Wentz throw for 4,000 yards and 33 touchdowns with a guy not over 500 yards receiving on his team? Gee, I don't know. Hook me up. Help me out. Carson Wentz had 33 passing touchdowns, which is a franchise record. He's the only 4,000-yard passer, and he didn't have a 500-yard wide receiver on his team. How'd he do that? Look, no comment over there from the peanut gallery.
I love you, but I am done with you today, dude. You are driving me up a fucking wall. I might mute the last 2 hours of the show when I get off this thing. You got to be kidding me. If you need a break or a super chat, I'll be MIA.
I can't.
God. Anthony Wilson, what's up, my man?
I'm very disappointed in you. I'm going to have to say I'm disappointed in you.
I'm a little disappointed in myself. I'm not, normally sometimes I go back.
I'm going to give him a hall pass. He's not himself, man.
No, that's bullshit. There's no hall passes in life. Anthony Wilson checks in. Sills, Jeff George had mad skills, but he was not a winner. It takes intangibles. John Madden used to say the game is mental, work ethic, and tangible.
Jeff George, Jalen Hurts. All right. I got you. God.
Anthony, you teed him up for that, dude. You put that really? Ball on a tee like it was T-ball, and you put it right in Sills' strike zone.
I got you. I get your point, though. Go ahead, please.
Oh my God.
Hey, by the way, you guys better be kind to Jason Cole because Jason's one of the voters for Eric Allen.
Jason doesn't give a shit what these guys say. It's what I love about Jason. I love Jason because he just believes in his takes, and I love that about him. Dez says the only person that can shut Sills up is Jalen, and that's the way it should be. Yeah, Dez, it certainly is not me today. That's for sure.
I'll tell you what, Dez the Jew. You know what the problem is? People throw shots at me, Xander, and everybody. Shit, my name's being thrown around the damn courthouse for about 4 hours yesterday.
Got an honorary mention yesterday.
You talk about a guy sitting in his office doing his show. I'm taking strays in Norristown. I mean, come on now, dog. What's going on here, man? Imagine me, Big Sills, taking strays in a courthouse. I'm sitting here talking to you, Steps. Jesus Christ.
Des, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Big Happy. That's a new name. I've never seen that. Big Happy. Welcome to the show, man. Good to see you in here. In the RPO system, Hurts is as an elite quarterback as Burrow in the pocket.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but do you think that they could still do that, or do you think the league would catch up?
I think they'd have to have more of a passing element to it.
Well, he passed. 22 is probably his best passing year.
Yeah, but to me, I think they do that wrong. I think if you want to have an RPO and you want to have a passing element, I think the tight end has to be more of a focal point than the numbers and the wide. Okay, because why, Xander? Hey, Xander, when you're doing the RPO, you're looking at the seam or you're looking at the hash mark, and he's more in front of him. I think the tight end would be better.
Look at Sean. Sean's pissed off I lost today. Xander, your boy Jason is just another talking head. He's not my boy.
He's my boy.
His boy.
Yeah, he's my boy.
Sean is pissed. Sean, I'm sorry, man. I let you down. I can feel the tension in your comment. I can feel it. All right, here we go. Oh, big one. Keith Johnson. Thanks, dude. Getting that in a second. Dez says Hurts moved his chains. Thank you, Dez. We saw that come in. And he has Zan, Colin, Dan, Colt McCoy. Yeah, he's Colt Sileo today, dude. He's acting like Jalen doesn't as no. It's
like asking that we win. It's like asking a fat chick, is she good looking? What does the one thing this chick does well? She cooks. Okay, great. I mean, that's not quite the deal for me, you know. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, what does he do well? Well, he's healthy. Well, you don't have to be an athlete to be healthy. I mean, fuck. Well, he's there all the time.
Why do they play the game?
Oh, because he's a winner. He wins because of the roster, not him. Everywhere he's been the wait a minute, get it. Bama, he was the benefit of a roster. Eagles, he's the benefit of the roster. Hey, I give him credit. He knows not to go to sorry-ass places. You think he could change the culture in Jacksonville?
Tom Brady himself couldn't change it. Jesus Christ, come down from heaven and
there's a win for you. Tom
Brady
Brady couldn't change Jacksonville.
Keith Johnson, good to see you, man. Thank you for being here and thank you for the support of the channel. Keith says, fair to say that Andy failed at times and made his mistakes. Therefore, give Nick the benefit of the doubt. Nick is winning. Yes, Keith.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I'm getting onto the Nick train a little bit.
Hey,
I'm kind of liking Nick.
Nick is George Seifert.
No, he's not.
Why? Really?
Come on, you've been around football. You don't see any good redeeming qualities in Nick Sirianni that a guy that you'd want to play for?
Zero.
What?
I don't see one. There's not one thing I like about Nick Sirianni as a head coach that makes me want to play for that guy. That guy's in Pittsburgh.
What?
Okay. No, here.
The only thing I don't like about Nick is his handshake. And did you hear that on Birds 365 today?
No, I didn't, man.
Oh my God, I brought the handshake up again, and John used the same excuse. Well, former NFL guy, and then he goes, I don't really like handshakes anyway. I prefer the fist pound. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? That's the worst response that I've ever heard in my life.
Here. So so you're trying to tell me that he's not George Seifert. George Seifert, here's his coaching record: 14-2, 14-2, 10-6, 14-2, 11-5, 13-3, 12-5. 13-4, 10-6, and that guy won 2 Super Bowls. And then he goes to Carolina. He's 8-8, 7-9, 1-15. That guy should be in the fucking Pro Football Hall of Fame, but he was the benefactor of being in San Francisco. He's George Seifert.
No, he's not.
George Seifert will always have a better record and owns 2 Super Bowl rings. Oh, okay.
Sileo will tell you how important winning is, and then he acts like people that
George Seifert's got 117 wins in 10 years and 2 Super Bowls. He's George Seifert. Nobody looks at George Seifert as a great coach.
Nick Sirianni on the way to the Hall of
Nick Sirianni couldn't serve cannolis.
Nick Sirianni is on a Hall of Fame trajectory.
Would you take Nick Sirianni really over still Doug?
I don't think so. I tell you what, though, I don't know. Is it Doug or is it Jacksonville? What's his deal with this coordinator? Bro, Press Taylor sucks. Why are you strapping your entire career to him?
Yeah. You may tell you what saved Tony Dungy's life.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Tony Dungy did not bring Clyde Christensen with him to Indianapolis. They made him not pick an old coordinator, and they got him one. Bill Polian demanded that he get one. It's the only thing they demanded. It made Tony a Hall of Fame coach. I think he is too set in his ways. Let me tell you something. His next job, if he is afforded one, he won't have that ability. And he'll learn from that.
Maybe he will. I don't know I think he's going back to KC, some sort of quality control coach.
Probably go there.
Keith Johnson, I tried, brother. It didn't quite work. Coastal Kid says Xander is nuts. I love it. I don't know why, but I love it. Sean Mims checks in. McNabb, go for balls. McNabb, go for balls. That is great, Sean. He was the king of that. The go for balls. Right into the turf. He nearly pierced the ground at the link. Oh, my God.
He threw those rounders.
Eagles, too. Reid's offense works. Vic added the deep ball. Yeah, McNabb had his faults, but he was easily the greatest Eagles quarterback in history, so it's hard to criticize him. I know he never got the job done, but
McNabb? Yeah, McNabb was.
Yeah, by and far.
I'm not a McNabb guy either, but McNabb knocks on the door. He knocks on the Hall of Fame door.
Wait, what's up with Coastal Kid? Coastal Kid, I call you out for saying, what did you say? Xander is nuts. And now you're buttering me up with a love the show? Come on, state your case, Coastal Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, criminy. All right, let's keep going. Go for balls is the comment of the day so far. Sills, who would you take today, Tua or Hurts? Hurts again.
I'm taking Hurts because he's available. Tua's a better passer. He's proven it. He's a better passer, but he's not available enough for me to build an offense.
What would this offense look like with Tua?
They'd be insane.
Oh. Then why'd you take Hurts?
Because he's not available.
He hasn't missed that much, has he? I mean, when he doesn't get knocked out of the game,
he's a hit
when
away.
He's not a bobblehead with his head hanging on by.
He's a hit away from being Skittles.
Yeah, he is. You got to go. You got to go Hurts. I don't know, Keith. Who you going there, brother? I don't know. I'm probably going Hurts.
Let's get these guys. Cole's coming up here.
Oh my God. You're 5-5. You lost by picking the Birds versus ATL. Thanks, Anthony. That might be it. I'm going to double check it this week.
I think it is 5-5.
Shane O'Mac checks in. Eagles win because Hurts is a competitor. Put Kenny Flickett in there and Eagles lose. Who cares what Hurts' skill set is? We're winning with a solid defense. Hurts goes down. We're screwed, period. He's right, though.
Hey, Shane, I asked you in one question.
You're 100% right.
What's his skill set, not competitor? Okay. Everyone, hey, welcome to the NFL. You're a fucking competitor.
So does that not mean something, though? If our quarterback went down, we wouldn't win another fucking game. But because he hasn't gone, now he sucks. No, Shane, you're 100% right. By the way, love the U.S. military sticker. Or
he's a competitor.
Marines. I can't see it through the picture, but great picture on there.
He's a competitor. He's healthy. He's a leader. Can he throw the ball? Is he can he read defenses? Is he good when it comes to being an elite passer in the pocket? I haven't heard. All I hear is this: he's a really great guy, and he knows how to cook a hamburger.
Shut up over there. You want me to finish these or not?
Jesus Christ, man! What's next,
Jesse? Sip your little Diet Coke, you cispot.
Yeah, Diet Coke.
Jesse G.
I don't do anything but diet. Like eating half a sandwich. I don't do that. All right.
Nick Sirianni is the Michael Scott of the NFL. He's running a successful organization while also being a complete goofball.
So what? He's Steve Jobs? You're saying, Jesse? Give me
Michael Scott. I think is a TV. I'm not a big. I've never seen that show, but is that the dude that coaches the soccer team on the Apple show or whatever it is?
Yeah, that's right. I know anybody from soccer. Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, Sills ain't watching that. Jesse.
No,
I appreciate the
reference. You might get blocked.
Brian Pumper, I can't believe you dudes are falling for Jalen Hurts' tricks again. Trap game loading. We might have talked these defenders into a stinker.
That's my boy. That's my boy Pumper, man. That's my boy Pumper, man. There you go. Love this guy.
I need it. I'm muting the show for the last hour and a half. So if you need me, don't take a break. Don't call for a super chat. Don't do anything. I'll end it at 6. I'm not going to be here for the rest of the show.
You need a shower.
Always sunny. I wish Johnny Mac was here to shut this clown up. Yeah, he'll be there on the pregame show to shut his ass up.
Johnny Mac says the same shit about the passing game I do.
He just says it in a different way. It's really funny how that works. When Wentz threw for 4K by 2 wide receivers, played less than 9 games. Is that what he said? What's by wide receiver? 2? Is that what he's saying by that?
2 wide receivers. I'm assuming
just use 2, dude. What is by?
Yeah, the year he threw for $4,000 or was a 1 wide receiver over 500 yards.
Travis Fulgham. Carson Wentz held the ball longer than Hurts does. He did, man. He was hero ball galore.
Funny how it's starting to look the same in the pocket. Oh, yeah, I could read a blitz, but I'm taking more sacks. Yeah, that thing's improved. It's fucking beautiful. I love how these guys are all doing. Everyone in the media in Philly's going, he's really improved in the blitz.
Yeah, we got the comment of the day on the way out here.
What?
We got the comment of the day on the way out for me. Thank you, Anthony, for putting me in a better mood on the way out. Hey, who you give credit to, Sills? You rip Howie, you rip Nick, you rip Jalen, you rip parts of the roster. Is this record divine intervention?
No, it's totally Howie putting this roster together. But I think that he makes critical decisions that are mistakes in picking the right or the wrong coaches. In the last 2 years, they picked the wrong coordinator for Hurts. Do you not agree?
It's a great take by Anthony Wilson.
Okay, well, by the way, they built a nice roster since 2000 in Philadelphia. Too bad you're 1 in, what is it, 2 in Super Bowls? Okay, well, congratulations. You guys have won 14 postseason games, and you've lost 14 postseason games, and you've won 2 in Super Bowls. Okay. Hey, congratulations. It's more than a lot of teams in the NFL. I wouldn't want to be the Jets, not having made the postseason in 15 years. Would I want to be the Eagles at 14-14 in the postseason and 1-2 in Super Bowls? Shit, yeah.
I need to go. I need to get the fucking. Look at Richard said, "God damn, Xander! Oh my God, this is just a absolute slaughter fest."
Hey, this
today.
could be a really good day for me and a bad day for him. I don't know. I mean,
it is. Now Cole's late. You were bitching at me to get off, and Cole's not even here yet.
Now he's late here. This guy better show his ass up here. Well, let me take a timeout then. Let's take a timeout. By the way, Xander, I'm going to do a read here, man. So get the hell out of here, man.
Did you see that idiot, by the way, hollering at Jason Kelsey on the street or at Kimmel, whatever it was?
Didn't he? Hey, didn't he see the guy? What happened to him at the Ohio State?
Yeah, right. Oh,
obviously,
shit.
you didn't get a good sense of what Jason's capable of. Hey, by the way, I think it's cool he's going to be hosting a late night show. I like what he's doing, man.
Yeah, he's a little oversaturated. I think he even knows that, but. Look, you take advantage of the opportunities.
You take advantage while you're hot, dude. Not hanging in there. I mean, I like him more than Travis. I'll tell you that. I do. I like him more than Travis. Just because he's got a hoochie mama, Travis, don't mean I like him. I mean, I like I like his family. I like the whole setup.
Travis is a dork. Jason's the man.
Yeah. You know what? My wife even goes like this. He goes, that guy looks like he'd like to party with. I mean, and by the way, one of the greatest athletic moves I've ever seen, holding a beer and jumping out of a skybox in Buffalo and not spilling it and then gunning it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. Hey, Taylor's a billionaire. I didn't say she wasn't. She's a hoochie mama billionaire. Okay, so what? So's Madonna. It's not a rip. She's
would people in the chat want a woman that's a billionaire? Is that something somebody would desire?
Sure. Dude, if the chick, let me tell you this, man. If my old lady could make all the money in the world, I wouldn't fucking work a day in my life. I'd be sitting back being fatter.
I would never
fatter big sills.
I would never say that. Men need purpose. Men need vision. Men need goals. Men need work.
My purpose is having me around me.
Coronas is your purpose.
Yeah, having me around me.
Senor says I'm out of my mind if I don't want a chick that's a billionaire.
I don't give a shit, man.
You guys are all softies. Devin, if I don't have to work. No, Devin, you're a man. You suit up in life. You show up to work. You put your best foot forward every day and you provide for your loved ones. Yeah. That's what gives men purpose in life. Come on, Devin.
Yeah, I'm going to sit in front of the TV all day and die watching whatever I want to watch. Let me go. I'm going to take a timeout. Let's run.
Here. He's got Coronas here.
Hold on for a minute, man. Let me see here. So what are we doing on Sunday here? You hear what he just said? He's going to threaten me. We're going to go an hour 45. Oh, it's Sunday.
We are. We're going an hour 45. So, maybe leave your Corona in the fridge.
Hey, he said we're going an hour 45. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, Akbar, I knew you'd agree with me on that one, brother. Thank you, bro.
Akbar, you'll agree with anything anti-cells. All right, Mike Missinelli. Appreciate it.
No, that's not true at all. Akbar, for the first thing he ever said when he came on JAKIB was, I've been at the school of Sileo for a year.
Akbar.
Come on, Akbar deserves some respect. He's got some shit takes, but everybody does.
Oh, man.
Look, he's right. Akbar says a billionaire bitch will drag the shit out of you.
Good. I actually like that kind of woman.
Oh my God. All right. Now you're revealing things about yourself that I don't want.
Let me go. I gotta try to drag Cole down.
Goodbye. Everybody.
Hey.
I love you all, man. JAKIB Nation, best in the world. Thank you all for all the support and everything you guys do for us. Means the world to me, means the world to my pop, means the world to Big Sills. Thank you for everything, everybody. We will catch you on Sunday.
Thanks so much. Xander, awesome stuff, man. Great stuff. Guys, do me a favor. Check out our great friends at BetUS. BetUS is the answer for you during this football season. And right now, you get an opportunity with our good friends at BetUS to be part of the YouTube 150. Simple as that. You join up right now. You go online. You take a look at their website. And the YouTube 150 gives you an opportunity to join us as we've partnered up with them for a great football season. Don't forget, 150% up to $2K in your sign-in bonus. Go to betus.com.pa. That's betus.com.pa. Fastest payouts in the business. 24/7 personalized service, 365. Live wagering on all major games. Go to betus.com.pa. That's betus.com.pa.
If you missed any of today's show on the JAKIB Media channel, listen to the podcast on your way home. Available on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify.